Hi, Gordon.
Yeah, I just was wondering, Heather, it seemed to take you a long time to kind of get to outrage on the Warmbier situation. For a long time, you were simply saying you were happy that he was home. You didn't address his health. And even over the course of yesterday, it took, I don't know, 6, 7 hours from the time of his announced death to the time of statements coming out from the State Department and the White House.
I think you're wrong about that. Let me go back and check the timing because I was involved in this every step of the way.
Okay.
As we learned about Mr. Warmbier's death and were able to confirm that that did in fact occur, we gave the White House, of course, the opportunity. Let me rephrase that. The White House took the lead on that. The president had spoken with the family in the past. We wanted to give the White House the opportunity to be able to speak to that. We then followed on. I would not characterize it as it took time to express outrage. When I first addressed this, that Otto Warmbier was brought back home to the United States, I believe it was a week ago today. Is that right? A week ago today? We at the State Department were happy that he was on his way home. We were happy it was on his way home. And he had not even landed at the time that I was getting questions. I don't think you were here that day. Correct? You were not here that day.
I read the transcript, though,
I
and each
understand.
time you didn't, all you said was that you were happy he was home. You didn't obviously address his health condition, despite the fact that the family itself
I'm sure
had
you
made that
know
clear.
very well that we don't comment on people's health status. We don't comment on the health status of American citizens. We will never do that. We don't do that. His parents chose to speak about that. They're able to speak about that, okay? So I will never characterize someone's health, whether they're in great health or they're not in great health, from this podium. It is not my place to do so, and it is not the place of the State Department to do so. I'm sure you know that.
Okay, but I mean, no sense of, it wasn't until yesterday, last night, really, that this administration expressed something close to outrage about how Otto Warmbier was handled in North Korea. Was that simply because you could not talk about his health, or what? Why was that? In just one more add on this, the president also said today that if he'd been taken out within days, things would have been different. And he talked about how essential it was to have gotten Otto Warmbier out immediately and quickly. Does that put a lot of pressure on you now to get the other 3 Americans out quickly and
We would like the other
immediately?
Americans to come home just as quickly as possible. One of the very first briefings that I had here when I joined the State Department not long ago was from our consular affairs officials. And that's when they talked to me about Mr. Warmbier's case, expressing concern, just as they expressed concern about the cases of other